Well, good morning, friends. A big g'day from your COVID chaplain in Australia. And I trust that as we come to this daily dose today, for the end of this working week at least, as we've looked at Productivity Week, maybe I can help you with something that will even bless you as you move into the future with your productivity. You see, it was wise King Solomon that said, and you know I often refer to him, wise King Solomon said that two are better than one. And I mean, that's pretty obvious, but he was giving it authority because as the wisest man that ever lived, he's the one that gave it to us as a statement. Two are better than one. Now, in our modern parlance today, we would say, oh, that's leveraging. And that's true. It's where we take what little energy we've got and we expand it or strengthen it or leverage it because we work with someone else. And by working together as a team, a productivity team, a thinking team, a hospitality team, as soon as we begin to work together in a team, everybody's efforts are lifted that much higher. And so as we come to the last day of the working week and we think about productivity and we take that thought with us hopefully right into the future, I want you to think about how you can leverage your life. So we're going to call it Leveraging Day, or Leverage Day, maybe that's a good way to put it. Leverage Day. I want you to think about the fact that for all the things you can do, for all the things that you know, for all the skills you have, for all of the things you've cooked, or the things you've actually repaired, or the things that you've made, or the things that you've written about, or the things that you've studied, for all of that, if you could bring that together with the right partnership, then you will expand or multiply the productivity that you have. A little bit like a person who can sing, who really needs an accompanist. And then someone that can play and play beautifully that wishes they could play for someone. You put those two together and you've got yourself a really fantastic combination. The two are better than one. Not because they're two people competing with each other. There's a synergy. There's a leveraging of each of their talents by the putting of the two together. You might have someone that's an inventor and someone that's a marketer. The two go together. The marketer is wanting a product, but the inventor is wanting someone to help market the product that they have. And so it goes that right down through history, we see wonderful examples of people who did great things because they put several different bits of talent together. In fact, a good manager is really good at bringing together the different people who they know will be able to combine their talents, and the 4 or 5 or 6 or 20 or 100 of them actually create so much more than each of them individually could produce. That's called leveraging. It's called leveraging. And today is Leverage Day. I want you to think about how you can take your productivity into the future by leveraging with other people, working with other people. So for instance, you work with a church as an evangelist or as hospitality or as pastoral care or anything else. Suddenly that whole community becomes part of that which makes you more effective. You're a person who likes to write, well then you need someone who needs a writer and something to write about, and you need then the publishing opportunities and all the things that would go with that. If you can find yourself into the right team, the leveraging is going to launch you. Now, once again, you might be sitting at home saying, I really don't have any of those talents, and I really don't have any of those aspirations, and I really wouldn't know what I could share with somebody else. But do you know that just being with someone that's lonely, when you are there with them, the two are far better than one. The two are so much far better than one. I remember a friend of mine years ago had his child drown, and I went to visit in his home, and I felt helpless. I didn't know what to do. I never experienced this before. So I just sat there for several hours in his lounge room. People came and went. They made tea and coffee. All sorts of things happened. And I just sat there. And when it was all over, he came to me and said, Chris, thank you. You've just been there all that time, and I just really appreciate that. I thought to myself, that doesn't make sense, but it does. Because I was there adding a sense of my presence, my commitment to them, and they were feasting on that. They were appreciating it. When they walked into the room and saw me there, they said, Chris is still here. You can find yourself sitting at the bedside of somebody who's sick and unwell, and just the fact that you can touch their hand, the fact that they know that you are there, two are better than one. So leveraging can come by the combinations in all sorts of ways. Don't underestimate your ability to leverage. But remember too, the best leveraging of all is when you and God work together. when you say to God, God, why did you make me and why did you make me the way I am? I don't think I've got much to offer anybody and I don't feel very talented and I don't seem to have all the things and opportunities that everyone else seems to have. But since you created me, you've got a purpose for me, you've got a vision for me, you've got things in me that I may not even know are inside me. And so let's us leverage. Come on, God, inspire me, lead me, show me how I can do something far more useful than anything I've ever done in all my life. That would be beautiful leveraging too. So as the working week comes to a close, one more day to be productive, I guess, unless you want to work tomorrow or over the weekend as well. So today, ask God for wisdom and look at how you can leverage what you've got. And thinking into the future, build some networks and some friendships where you can have the kind of people around you that will take what your talents are and complement theirs as theirs complement yours and launch yourself into greater productivity in time to come. Productivity Week and Leverage Day. Go for it. God bless you.